All women that say they don't go on coffee dates, they have one thing in common. And in this video, I'm gonna be exposing why you should never take a woman seriously who says she doesn't do coffee dates. Let's get into it.
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days and he started talking about meeting up.
It's you, but do you have a household? When you say as for me and my household, I don't really understand why she's trying to make herself sound bigger than she is. You lonely.
Some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But I always just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets. Okay. It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city. So he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise.
Now notice she didn't say a number. So now I'm curious, based on her definition, what's medium, what's high?
So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner.
As they should. You don't want to audition for me? Feminism really got women thinking that men ain't shit. Men are not worth doing anything for. Furthermore, I can already see from the outset of this video that this woman is a master manipulator. Her rebuttal is about auditioning for men. When the truth is, he said, fine, we could go there if you're willing to pay half. That's the problem that she really has. She doesn't want to pay half.
This is the thing for me. Like, I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks.
You don't know men then. This is why the 5s and 6s are winning and the so-called dime pieces are losing. This is why the dime pieces are single. Because they think men value beauty way more than we actually do.
When they see you, they meet you, they're going to be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure. But the first thing is how you look, right?
And the first shall be the last and the last shall be the first. Because if you got a nasty attitude, you ain't going to be that pretty no more.
So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32. Okay?
Oh my God.
Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup?
We got a family member, right, that with makeup on, they are beautiful. But they took that wig off and that makeup off. And I was like, oh my God, you need to stop wearing makeup and weaves and find your natural beauty again. You are addicted to the makeup and you want me to pay for the makeup. That's crazy.
Do my hair. Make sure my nails are done. Make sure there's no hair on my body. And then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail.
All of this stuff you saying you got to do for a man, you're going to do it anyways. Okay, if you out there on the dating market, except for putting on your makeup before you go out, all of this stuff should be regular maintenance that you're doing. You know, nearing your arm hairs, your chest hairs, your chin hair. I don't know what kind of hair these women have, but I'm just saying that at the end of the day, this seems like routine maintenance besides putting on the makeup is all I'm saying.
Be oh so for real. Let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay? You you watch the news, like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you, he could RAPE you, he could stalk you, he could harass you.
And him paying for dinner excludes all of those probabilities, huh? So up until this point, she's been talking about the men. We already know she's all about siphoning men's money, but she's getting ready to expose her hand and show men what type of woman she really is. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I realized that a lot of these women think the same way.
Like, it is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. When you go out with a man, you have to share your location with your mom and your friend. You have to send a screen recording of his Hinge profile and the conversation that you guys had so that if you go missing, they have context.
That's even more reason to do a coffee date, right? It's bright and early in the morning. You want to go out at night. That's more dangerous than going out in the morning. Sounds like you need to start doing coffee dates.
You have to text your friend every half an hour while you're with him to let her know that you haven't been beheaded. You have to take an Uber so that he doesn't know what kind of car you have and just in case it's crazy.
Oh,
And
God.
then when you get home, you have to text somebody to tell them that you made it home alive. Men aren't doing that. They don't have to worry when they meet a woman that they do not know that their lives will be in danger. Quite the contrary, men benefit from just being seen with you in public, okay? If you are beautiful, poised, well-dressed, it reflects well on him.
If you saying it reflects well on him, I'll give you that a little bit. But let me tell you something right now. That's on the front end. What you need to be worried about is the back end. Because when women show up with a man, it reflects well on the woman. They like, oh, she got a man. So it reflects good on y'all once you actually lock the man down. But you want to go out on a date and look like you already locked the man down when you ain't got no man.
People look at him and they think, oh, wow. He must be the man. Ooh, he probably has money. You know what? He's probably a good guy if he can pull her. And this is especially so if you are more attractive than him. If he's fugly or he's overweight or he's short, they're like, oh yeah, he must have money in order to be able to pull a baddie like that. So my thing is like, what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us? So then all of that plus this man is a pharmacist, okay? You mean to tell me you make upwards of $150,000 per year, but you can't take me to $120 to maybe $200 dinner? 2 drinks, an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert?
Damn, when she said cheap, I didn't know she was talking about a $200 dinner.
And that kind of thing, look, men are supposed to be on their like best behavior when they're doing a first interaction with a woman. Like that is when they are at their absolute best.
No, it's not. This is bullshit. You don't know if you like me. I don't know if I like you. I don't have a $20,000 budget for dating this year for all the women that don't like me that I need to take out on the same type of dates because obviously y'all all think the same. If I go out on two $200 dates in 1 week, that's $400. Who has the money? I'm talking about real life now. A man with a $150,000 salary cannot afford to spend $400 a week on dates, trying to figure out if he like a girl. And if he like a girl, he still don't have that type of money. That's more than a car payment. It is not even that many men making $100,000. You found a man making $150,000 and instead of you playing the long game and thinking about marriage and being a wife, you want to play the short game and talk about $200. I know why pimps exist now. And I know why women need guidance and women need fathers, because women, they're missing the big picture.
So if he's being cheap now for a first interaction, he's going to be cheap on your birthday. He's going to be cheap on Christmas. Like that kind of thing, that only gets worse. It never gets better.
So now you got to take what she said and do the reverse. Over time, she wants you to spend more and more, which is not a problem if you're a man that has it and that's your prerogative. That's what you want to do. But it is a problem for that to be a woman's motive. Because what's going to happen if you get sick? I know a doctor that got sick and lost their income. What happens if you lose the money? Do you lose your wife too? If this woman is your wife, you lose her. Also, now, you haven't been married. How do you know it only gets worse? Here's where she exposes the type of woman she really is.
That is the type of man that's going to want you to work full time.
Oh my God.
When you guys move in together, do the majority of the housework because he doesn't want to hire a housekeeper, plan most of the things, and then after you do your 16-hour shift of labor, he's going to want you to be happy and sexy for him, for his pleasure that night. Like, that's the kind of life you're looking at. So you know what?
So what kind of life would you be looking at if she was your wife? You would be looking at a lazy woman who doesn't want to do anything but spend your money. If a woman is working full time and she has a problem with working full time, that's when you and your man are supposed to come together and create a plan for you to get out of corporate America. It is not his job to meet you and take you out of corporate America. It is his job to meet you and guide you out of corporate America. How is that going to happen? You're going to stop getting your fucking nails done. I'm going to stop paying for a housekeeper. You're going to raise the kids. You're going to cook the food. You're going to plan shit, and you're going to be happy. That's how you're not going to go to work. Because if I got to pay for daycare, I got to pay for a housekeeper, I got to pay for a new car. Like Kevin Samuel said, when you start running these numbers, these women talking about a millionaire lifestyle, and millionaires don't even live like this. We have a good friend. He's our mentor. He went to a billionaire's house and his wife was cutting coupons. That's the type of woman that men want. It doesn't matter if he got the money or not. It's all about you and your appreciation and your value system. And y'all value systems don't match. That's why a lot of these women gonna stay single.
The pharmacist tried to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event where the tickets were $250 because he wanted us to have VIP.
She's describing exactly what the problem is. She's addicted to dating. The pharmacist that makes $150 didn't take her nowhere. But every date after that, a man has taken her somewhere nice, right? She hasn't said anything about how that thing progressed, right? So these men made the investment of taking you out, and you did what in return? It still doesn't lead to marriage. You're not a wife. You're not wife material. You're not thinking like a wife.
So don't feel scarce about it, because there are plenty of men, there are a plethora of men that would be more than happy to show you a good time. So
it's not a plethora of men that would be more than happy to show you a good time.
Never settle. Date until you find the best man for the job, and you got this. That's my...
She's hiring niggas. She said date until you find the best man for the job. She looking for somebody to work for her. She not looking to do nothing, which is the point. These women are the women that you gotta avoid.
Send this to one of your friends who needs to raise their standards and tell me what you feel like in the comments.
She talking about send this to one of your friends who need to raise their standards. You didn't raise your standards, man. You are a pretty low value woman. You don't have any standards. If your standards are centered around money, you don't have any value. And any man that makes you his wife is not gonna be a lucky man, because what he's gonna find out is that you're delusional and entitled, which is fine. Some men wanna be jumping monkeys. Some men wanna jump through hoops. But over here, we encourage you not to do those things. Anywho's, man, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Also, if you like this video, I have another video similar to this one. Click the link down below, and I'll see y'all over there. Peace.